This is JordangeVision. Pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Welcome to another TV reaction, and we are starting a brand new series today, guys. Just a short 4-episode mini-series. We are going to watch Death by Lightning. So what Death by Lightning is about, it's basically about the short presidency of James Garfield. And the series will cover like his nomination by the Republican Party, his election, his brief time as president, and then eventually him being assassinated and eventually dying. So it'll take 4 episodes to get through all that. So basically this happened in 1880. The Republican Party is still very new at this time. It came into existence in 1854, won its first election in 1860 by President Abraham Lincoln, who was the first president to be assassinated. And it's been in power ever since. Even though it had been successful at the time, it's still a very new party, and it's still kind of figuring out what it is at the time. There's still a lot of infighting. There's still a lot of very different opinions within the party about what the party should be. So that's kind of the setting we're in right now. I've always found the story of how James Garfield even came to be nominated as very interesting, and I think that's what this first episode is going to cover. So I'll try and summarize it very vaguely, because we're about to see it anyway. But basically, he'd been an underdog the whole time. I don't think he was even trying to be president. He was very happy being a congressman. He'd been in Congress for 17 years at the time. But there were 3 other candidates, including former President Grant, who was trying to make a comeback. Rutherford Hayes was the current president. He decided he didn't want to run again, so they were looking for a new candidate. So it was Grant and 2 other guys. Apparently there was this big deadlock. They voted like 35 times or something like that, and they couldn't settle on a leader. And then finally, James Garfield, he makes this big speech about his guy, and it just kind of has the opposite effect. It just makes everyone think, why don't we just nominate Garfield? And so finally, on this 36th ballot or whatever it is, Grant's support pretty much stays the same, but pretty much everyone else shifts their focus to Garfield, and he wins the nomination. So I always thought that was really interesting. It was like an underdog story, and he eventually became president. And he had a very short presidency. Unfortunately, he was killed. But so let me run down the cast list quickly. Michael Shannon plays President Garfield. Matthew Macfadyen is Charles Guiteau, who's the man who shoots him. Betty Gilpin plays his wife Lucretia. Brad Whitford is his Secretary of State James Blaine. Nick Offerman is his Vice President Chester A. Arthur. So pretty interesting cast there as well. And I figure I'll watch this while I'm still waiting for something else to be released. I think some of you who've been following my channel for a while might know what I'm waiting for to be released, and if you don't, it'll become clear very soon. But at the time I'm filming this, I do still have a few weeks before it is released, so I figure why not get Death by Lightning out of the way. I've wanted to watch it for a while, and hopefully by the time I've watched 4 episodes of Death by Lightning, I can get into the next thing. So I am interested to see what the show is about, so without further ado, let's get into Death by Lightning. Here we go. Before I get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget, reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from the viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, reminders, spoilers are likely, so if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back. But for those of you who are sticking with me, pull up a seat, kick up your feet. This is Death by Lightning, Episode 1. The title of the episode is The Man from Ohio. All right, let's see what we got. Here we go. True story about 2 men the world forgot. 20th President of the United States. Yeah. Why are we in 1969? Okay, maybe this is like some research team that's looking back or something. Oh, what's that? Some historical relic? Charles Guiteau. Oh, his brain. So I guess they saved his brain.
Who the fuck is Charles Guiteau?
1880. Well, that's Charles Guiteau, I assume.
Guido. Guiteau?
Yeah.
Guiteau?
I imagine a lot of people had trouble
French,
pronouncing his name.
Only by... I am as American as any man. Born in Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, New York.
All of them?
So you uprooted off.
How do you get born in all those
I go
states?
where the...
You stood before us today, having been found guilty of false pretenses.
It was a misunderstanding.
So he's got a
evading
criminal
your
history
arrest
too.
as well.
Ow. You could tell that was a dummy, but...
It's not how I recollect it. From my father.
He says you've long been estranged, that you were occupied upstate with the Oneida Free Love Colony.
So probably a little surprised to hear from his father.
To speak candidly, on behalf of the panel, Mr. Guiteau, you seem to us a liar and a fraud.
Well,
We
thanks.
failed to see.
Drain on good society. That's, well,
Well,
how
I
this
mean, even the way they're
this
talking
is
about him,
supposed
he
to
does
go.
get
No,
released
sir.
somehow, but
Are we not a nation built wholly from rogues and migrants and freethinkers?
he's got
Isn't
you
that the
guys
whole
there.
point of this thing? Here, and only here, a man can be anyone.
American dream,
He
right?
can amass influence millions through words or action. His name ringing down through the ages, not a drain.
Guy's got ambition,
No.
I'll give him that.
Under the right conditions, he might even be made president.
Oh. If only, right? Oh, this marionette action's coming. The Punch and Judy puppets. I'd watch a show that was just these puppets. You know, maybe they'll make that the sequel. All right. Death by lightning. Let's see. All right. Is this our man? Garfield Farm. Yep.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah,
Oh, I like
Mom
his
says it's
horse.
breakfast.
just a couple more.
Workaholic here.
What would you say to a new bedroom? One you didn't have to share with two younger brothers?
I'd be overjoyed.
I'm
in
sure the
theory,
White House has tons of
But
bedrooms.
it's taking you nearly a month to build a picnic table.
Hey, now, that's not just any table. That's a feat of modern engineering.
Irrigation
Picnic table
dam
to the
that's
stars.
Mom's.
I didn't hear you come in last night.
Here's where we left him, working away on his table like a madman.
No great wisdom has been without a touch of madness.
It's all creativity, right?
Good morning.
Just about every inventor goes through that.
Show of hands. Who would like their eggs poached?
I'll take our soft boiled, Dad.
I'll take mine post, actually.
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
I don't know if you're winning this vote.
I hope I'm not interrupting a family meal.
Kinda.
Just here to drop off mail. Letter for the congressman.
From John Sherman.
General Sherman's little brother.
And the
Yeah, I think
Treasury
that's the
Secretary.
candidate
Says
he was
he's gonna run
supporting.
for president. The party refuses to reelect Hayes. They want to put their weight behind a different candidate.
Not Grant again.
Grant's very popular. The
Yeah.
public still sees
They
the
did
man
love
who won the
Grant
war.
back
They turn
then.
a blind eye to the scandals.
And New York has its claws in him. Their banquets
He wasn't as
like some
popular as before,
puffed up
though.
old
Hence the
totem.
stalemates.
And you would be there to give a speech?
I'm sure I'm not the first person he's asked. Any politician with aspirations would be crazy to go up against New York. Perfect man to throw to the wolves.
So what's that twinkle in your eye?
Just go give the speech. What harm could it do? It's not like you'll be nominated for president or anything.
Whatever you do out there, don't forget this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never forget where you came from. He's gonna come back like, got some news for you, hon.
Franny?
Charlie!
Oh, yep. So I guess he got his parole, which I assumed he would, because obviously he was out of jail and shoot Garfield eventually.
This business is bad for my health, and I ought to settle down and put in the work and earn my way rightly and no more habits.
Well, you have a room at our house for as long as you need it. You know that.
Wants to turn himself around.
Perhaps ship
We'll see how long
open
that
a patent
lasts.
office for-
Patent law is a business for those who lack their own ideas.
Yeah, he wants to be
But
creative.
look, it's a newspaper format, and it's something good, something honest, something that will give voice to the common man.
So
the
not a
daily
tabloid.
theocrat, men who would maybe even see the value in such a thing. And if I can amass the seed funds, and of course, I would need my sister to run the arts page.
Ooh, talent in the family.
I mean, that's ridiculous. I haven't picked up a brush since I was a teenage girl.
And it was your dream, wasn't it?
Oh, that's his sister. Yeah. I was wondering if the guy was married. Maybe I should have actually researched this guy like before I started watching the show. But I knew he was like an ambitious guy and like he had some political aspirations. So that much I knew about him.
That hurt so bad!
Oh, our crazy uncle's out of jail.
I can smell.
Who's this guy, Dad?
How's the patent game, George?
Good.
Oh, maybe it's her husband.
I'm sure you're curious why I'd ask you to speak on my behalf. Well, I saw you once on the floor of the House before you left for Ohio. How you talked, how they listened to you.
Good guy to have on your side, I guess.
assure you I'm not.
No, don't be modest. You're a fighter. You survived the river of death.
The name is
My
misleading.
brother talks about
The River of Death is actually a stream.
There was no heroism in it. I was moving on impulse.
Yes, but for a greater good. Because you're not afraid to do what's right.
Mutual admiration between these two guys.
I'm under no illusions about my prospects. I'm gonna lose. But we might at least be able to push the party toward reform, lest we yield to the majority view that 2 terms worth of grants, grift, and corruption merit another.
Here's the infighting.
But I guarantee you that within a week he will have grants selling offices to the highest bidder.
But if his is the popular will...
It was more popular than the other two, but yeah, not popular enough to actually nominate him.
Thank you.
Okay. Next victim.
My name is Charles Guiteau, and I would like to apply for a credit loan.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Oh, no.
Doesn't sound too promising from the start.
It may have been 4 or 5 years past, but I remember you clear as day.
Doesn't have some great credit, I assume.
You're the gentleman that threw the paperweight.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't
Got some
sound
history.
quite right. I'm sure I'd recall.
Oh, the mark is still there. Remember that?
Well, this bank wouldn't know a sound investment from a copper penny.
Okay.
And I feel sorry for you most of all.
Oh, yeah, I just hucked the thing back at him. That's why you don't burn bridges. Oh.
President Grant! President Grant!
Oh. Grant's throwing a crowd.
President! Oh, forgive me! Forgive me, I'm one of your biggest boosters, sir!
Yep, so is everyone else here.
Great interest, sir, and I would love to... Sir!
I don't know if there was like a Secret Service back then, per se, but yeah.
And I'm eager to punch my ballot for your ticket come November. I'm designing a newspaper, see, and we plan to endorse your whole slate. Senator.
You and everyone else.
I'm sorry. I was hoping you might find time to have a chat with a party of faithful. I know a handsome pub nearby with malts.
Oh, I would love to have a malt, but I fear I'm all
Dude's
booked up.
fanboying here.
I've had some good ideas that I worked out in my spare time on how the president can expand his message to the common man.
That happens to be a topic my friend Chester here is very passionate about.
Oh, is that Chester Arthur?
So hit the road, Chief. We ain't buying.
You're a very well-covered fellow.
Oh, yeah, don't touch me. Yeah, some politicians don't have security. They got to do it themselves. I'll never forget that. The way I forgot about the paperweight thing.
Oh, what, so you deny he made off with those $60 from our draw the last time he blew through town?
That could have been a burglar. The police report was inconclusive.
I know, but
So
when it comes to
trusting.
him,
Your father was especially hard on him. Blamed him for our mother's illness, and he had that awful stutter.
He joined a sex cult, Francis.
That was pure.
Oh, heavens no.
For an
These days, a
aborted
sex
book.
cult's the least of anybody's worries.
I have some very, very good news. The bank has approved me for a loan.
Oh, you lying sack of shit.
The bank manager himself came in and he shook my hand.
Oh, he shook something.
Exactly.
Wasn't your hand.
Of course, we're all very proud of you, Charlie. How about a toast? To the Daily Theocrat. May mention of its name strike fear into the heart of every Tribune editor.
You know, it may do that,
Daily
but
Theocrat.
not in the way you're
Always
thinking.
knew you had it.
And I've been thinking, about how I might be of use here, longer term.
Oh,
And
man.
we've had our differences. That's clear.
Oh, whatever gave you that
It
idea?
would mean a lot to her, I know, if we could be friends.
It
Charles,
would.
There's only one way this story ever ends for men like you. And we both know there's only one thing you can do for your sister.
You want to elaborate on what that thing is? I guess not. Oh, thinking about his family. Who's dying out there? Of course, it's 1880. Maybe everyone's dying out there. These plagues are a lot more common.
You were in the war, Mr. Stockton?
Hi, Michigan. 7th Volunteer.
Oh, it's war veteran.
War is an awful business.
True, though, it is.
Would you do it again? If you knew everything you stood to lose?
They died for an idea. An idea bigger than them.
That's
Bigger
courage
than
right
any
there.
man.
War is a bad thing, but the people who are courageous enough to do it when it needs to happen.
Well,
You know how to
salute
use
them.
this bed. Just till sunup.
I wouldn't deny a man his birth.
I insist. I have no use for it. I have a task that requires my Renewed attention.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're pulling an all-nighter, you might as well give someone else your bed. You wouldn't think of something like that now, but, you know. I wonder how Sherman felt when he was eventually nominated ahead of Sherman. You know, the guy he chose as his biggest ally, you know. I'm sure we'll see that, but, you know, it's something that's in my mind right now.
Thank you.
And then again, Sherman already knows his chances are slim, so. You know, I've watched these party conventions before. Obviously, nowadays it's a bigger show, but, you know.
First up,
they're nice and decorated even this time.
Speaking for Senator Blaine.
Christ, Blainsy, when's your man due back at the morgue?
Have you seen the politicians of today? There's a ton of old guys around.
Else receive a draft?
So it's a little chilly in the building. I don't imagine they have central heating.
James S. Blaine.
And my middle name is Gillespie, you insipid twat.
Details. See, you forgot his middle name.
I think Blaine would be a very good president. Indeed.
Care to elaborate? I guess not.
Senator Conkling speaking for President Grant.
I'll see you again in 4 years.
Awfully confident.
When asked when comes our candidate, we say, from mathematics!
Yep. Calling back to the war again. People love the war heroes. Grant, Eisenhower.
Name one, and I am answered!
He's more convincing than the other dude, I'll give him that. Guy was a popular president in his day.
Appomattox. It's got a certain ring to it. Thank God Lee didn't surrender at Foggy Bottom.
Yeah, if only, eh?
Haven't seen you on the floor in some time, Jim. Farm keeping you busy?
Looked like it was at the beginning there.
Every now and again can prove a kind remedy, Senator.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, as you get my
Always got to get back to the roots.
Time, we like you. Not just me, the president, too. He says he could see you making a real impact.
Oh, you have no idea.
Land Bureau, that sort of thing.
I'm hardly qualified for that job.
You own a fucking farm, don't you?
Fair point.
You shouldn't have come back, Jim.
Pardon me?
Take it from someone who's been at it a while. Go back to Ohio. Enjoy your quiet farm. You've got too much heart for a business this filthy. Tears you apart.
I imagine it can, but, you know.
You'd be dead before you hit the ground.
Oh, that is too prophetic. Yeah. At the risk of being a little too political.
Congressman Garfield speaking for Secretary Sherman.
Sorry, that was a bit of a jump scare, but at the risk of being too political, we need more politicians with heart. Obviously, I wasn't alive for this guy, but I feel like I would have liked it.
I have sat by and borne witness to the shows of many big men.
Mm-hmm.
I've bored them with a deep disquiet.
They're enraptured.
But it is not the billows, rather the calm level of the tide from which we draw its depth.
Are we in oceanography by mistake?
Peanut gallery over there.
Not here, in this turbulent hall, do we stake the destiny of our republic. Where else would you have it be? Not here.
Out in the world.
But by the millions of firesides that have endowed us on their behalf.
It's about the people. It's the people who vote.
Lest we forget ourselves that not 2 decades ago, this same republic bore with it chains of bondage.
Yep, Civil War.
And it was our party, and a great man who stood here before many of you today. He stood in this very spot, and he kindled a light from
Lincoln got that party going.
Those immortal pillars of justice and truth.
you know.
that every man is equal and free.
Exactly.
No matter. We want a man whose life and opinions embody all that is right and good about this place.
Yeah. He hasn't even mentioned Sherman's name
From a
yet.
mountain's height,
But everyone's starting to think that about him.
with dignity and courage. A man who has stood the blaze of that fierce.
The intersplicing with
proudly
Guiteau as well.
before.
Like,
We want a man. We want a man. We want Garfield.
wasn't expecting that.
Charlie.
Oh, watch out, watch out. Maybe don't scare the guy with the axe.
I speak, of course, of your servant, John Sherman, from Ohio.
Yeah, just in case you forgot.
His record of honor speaks for itself, and I gladly offer him now for your consideration.
Yeah,
Thank
wasn't
you,
talking about
and
me,
good night.
I promise. Yeah, the whole room. And it's like, who are you clapping for? Me or him? I'm not gonna kill you, I swear.
Wait.
I mean, he didn't technically do anything there. He just kind of scared you, but I'm starting to have doubts.
379. That's our majority, the crystal number.
We can count on New York, and the rest, Illinois, will be solid.
I have no faith in the wisdom of delegates, Chester.
So that's why they were deadlocked. Like, Grant led every vote, but he didn't get 379. He got over 300 every time, but I think the highest he got was like 313. Oh.
We'll now move to a vote with peace, dignity, and decorum.
Alabama is 16 for Grant, 3 for Sherman, and 1 for Blaine.
Indiana goes 2 for Grant, 25 for Senator James Blaine, 2 for John Sherman.
So I don't think we're at the last vote yet.
Ohio pledges
No one's
its
saying
44
Garfield yet.
votes. Pennsylvania will go 33 for Grant, 22 for Blaine, 2 for Sherman, and 1 for Congressman James Garfield.
Okay, we got some Garfield action here.
Well, someone's having a bit of fun, Jim.
So this wouldn't have been the last vote, obviously.
331 Washburn, 10 for Wyndham, and 1 for James Garfield.
Has Grant won it?
He's got a plurality, but not a majority. No.
Yeah.
They go again.
Yeah, you have to hit that 379 number, or else you have to keep voting.
You don't want Grant on this ticket any more than I do, John. The two of us, we can put an end to this. My men will not support you. Do you honestly think you would be any better than Grant? I do. John, I think you would be better than Grant, but you have no path.
They're not talking about themselves, are they? Yeah. Yeah, they're only preparing for 3 rounds. It took a lot more than 3 rounds.
Wasn't it?
It was me, sir. I was very impressed by your speech.
Oh, very kind. You do realize I'm not running.
I do. My task, as I understood it, was to vote for the man most capable.
Well, strong praise.
My support is for Sherman. You can vote for him or anyone else, but you will dare not use my name again.
We're the party of Lincoln. We ought to live up to it for once.
Well, you can't tell him how to vote.
Do you remember how restless you were as a boy? All those little wagers we'd make. 10 cents, was it, if you could just keep your arms and legs still for 5 minutes?
Okay. Maybe he had a little ADHD going.
that bad father's
It wasn't really discovered back then.
I will never forgive myself for running off to school and leaving you.
No. You're not to blame for any of that.
Yeah, people got to live their own lives, right?
George spoke with a physician this morning. The man knew of a place.
A place.
Maybe a place to stick you.
And you could come back to your newspaper afterwards.
Just a little rehab or something.
I trust you. If that's what you think is best.
Is he going to do it?
My passion can get the better of me.
Yeah, we've seen that.
But it's your passion that sets you apart. It's what makes you remarkable.
It's good to have passion. You just got to rein it in. Obviously, this is something he had trouble with.
The 12th vote's in. Grant holds and gains 1. Blaine drops to 279. Sherman's up 2 to 97.
Yep, we're still going. You want to be like the real Republican convention, or you want to just squabble and waste time?
Hold fast as a party, gentlemen, I beseech you, Chairman.
Yeah, they're in chaos. It must have been frustrating, like, going through so many votes. Like, like, when I read it, it was like 35 votes at the end. 35-36 before they finally nominated Garfield. And here they're only at 12. I don't think he has either. Make America Grant again, am I right?
South Carolina is 11 for Grant.
Yeah, no one even cares anymore. It's just all the same
Christ,
shit
he
now.
won't quit. By now he's promised more ambassadorships than there are nations on Earth. What number vote are we at? 20? 21?
34, Senator.
34, okay, so we're close to the end.
Wisconsin will give 2 votes for Grant.
Shit.
1 vote for Blaine.
Shit.
And 16 votes for the man from Ohio, James Garfield.
Yeah, he's getting his support now.
I challenge the correctness here. Surely no man has the right to announce a person's name without their consent. Such consent I have not given.
You're getting the votes,
Mr.
just...
Chairman,
No person having secured a majority, another ballot will be taken. Thank you.
He's mad they're even considering him.
The great man from Ohio, Mr. James Garfield. I've never been so fucking humiliated in all my life.
I will not accept any of those votes. I yield every single one to you.
It doesn't work like that, Jim.
Yeah, unfortunately it
Understand, when I
doesn't.
pledge my loyalty, Mr. Secretary, I do not waver.
Loyalty. Nobody
He's
makes
getting
a
the
speech
votes,
like
it's
that
not his
unless he
fault.
craves it for himself.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you actually said his name a little sooner than you did. By the way, this isn't about me.
Alabama's 20 votes for Grant.
So this will be
All
35, I
12 of
guess.
Arkansas.
For Jim Garfield.
Oh, wow.
Illinois goes 24 votes for Grant, 6 for Blaine, and 7 Garfield.
Who keeps voting for me?
I demand a hold on these proceedings, sir. You're all of sound mind, Senator. Are you?
I hope we're all of
You
sound
kiss
minds.
the Deputy Treasury goodbye, motherfucker.
Maine.
Diplomatic even back then.
6 for Grant and 10 for Garfield.
4 Grant, 22 Garfield.
They're turning. He didn't even want this.
Nebraska goes 6 for Garfield.
New York goes.
You motherfuckers are gonna make me president. Oh, man.
It's a free vote, Senator.
Voter intimidation, am I right?
I simply cannot. I cannot. Ohio pledges its 44 votes
Sounds like you
to
can.
Garfield. Oh, take it back.
It's already done,
Oh.
Congressman.
Sherman is like Ron when Harry put his name in the Goblet of Fire, or had his name in the Goblet of Fire.
See you in 4 years, Roscoe.
Vermont switches its 10 to Garfield. Wisconsin votes 20 for Garfield.
He's just like, oh well, I might still lose. Spoiler, he did not lose.
Excuse me, what's going on here?
It's Garfield. He's making a break for it.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Garfield?
Yeah, he doesn't even know. A new politician for you to suck up to.
Order, 3 votes for John Sherman, 42 for Senator Blaine, 306 for the President, Ulysses Grant, and 399 votes
Yep.
for James Garfield, the man from Ohio.
Well, we've got our nominee. Our very reluctant nominee. Just sitting there like, how the fuck did this happen? I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I rise to move that the man be named unanimously as the nominee of this convention.
He won it fair and square.
Hurrah for James Garfield!
All started with that little dude there. So, hope you like Washington. You're about to be spending some time there. Hasn't cracked a smile yet.
It's yours, Congressman.
You didn't ask me if I wanted it.
Everyone wants it.
Who cares what you think? The people voted.
What's our next move, Senator?
What else? We got the bastard.
Even with the nomination, the infighting continues.
Thank you
very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Very flattered.
Sir.
Oh. I'm your new best friend.
Expect great things.
And I of you. Excuse me.
Oh, he's gonna read so much into that, and I of you. Like, knowing what I know about Guiteau's motive for killing him, like, foreshadowing. Yep. It's like Beatlemania right here.
All his things have been cleaned.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, did he rob them? Looks
You are
like he
my good
did.
man. Thank you so much.
What line of work are you in?
Politics. I'm going to help get a man elected to the presidency.
The way he says it so eerily. But, yep, that's episode 1 of Death by Lightning. Alright, let's talk about it. Alright, y'all, thank you for tuning in to my reaction to the first episode of Death by Lightning. So, very interesting, seeing how politics kind of worked back then. It's kind of the same as today, I guess. So we start with, in 1969, with someone uncovering the brain of Charles Guiteau. Which was, in some warehouse somewhere. And the guy discovering it saying, who the hell is Charles Guiteau? And, he's someone who killed the president. Some people should know who he is, but I digress. But we see Guiteau then being let out of jail, being put into the care of his sister and her husband, George. Guiteau is talking about his ambitions, wanting to start his own newspaper, and, his sister being supportive of that. George is being very wary of this guy and saying, he's burned us before. So then we get into the story of James Garfield, who's kind of working on his farm. He's been a congressman for the past 17 years, and he gets this invitation to the Republican convention to support his guy, James Sherman. He's running against former President Grant, who's trying to get back in. Grant doesn't have the same support as he did before. Apparently there were some scandals that's kind of turned people off Grant, but Grant is still kind of the front runner, at least, among these three guys that are running. Blaine, we saw the guy who made the speech for Blaine. It was not very convincing. But and then the guy who gave the speech for Grant, he fired up Grant supporters. Grant did have a lot of support back then. And James Garfield goes up to speak for Sherman and kind of forgets to mention Sherman's name. Saying we need a man who's going to do all this. And, everyone in the crowd starts thinking that man is him. Garfield's like, oh, by the way, I'm talking about Sherman, guys. That's kind of how that goes. Garfield gets a vote in the first vote and, confronts this guy, says, hey, don't vote for me again. Like, I'm not doing this here. So a bunch of votes go by with the deadlock. And so a bunch of people on Sherman and Blaine's side kind of thinking, I don't think we're going to win this, but we don't want Grant to win this. So let's put our support towards Garfield. And eventually that's what happens on vote number 36. Garfield wins the nomination. It kind of keeps gradually building. And it's that one guy who started it all. That one guy yelling, we want Garfield. And Garfield saying, I don't want this. I didn't ask for this. Like, I'm not running for president. Like, seriously, guys, stop voting for me. Sherman looking at Garfield like, what are you doing? You're taking all my support. And Garfield wasn't even asking for it. Like I said, it was like, the scene in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire when Ron is looking at Harry like, why didn't you even tell me you put your name in? And Harry's like, I didn't put my name in. That's kind of what that reminded me of. Yeah, I mean, you kind of see the Grant people, looking at Garfield when he finally wins the nomination, looking at him like, we're going to destroy this guy. And finally, Guiteau, who we saw Guiteau earlier kind of show up and try to meet Grant and get pushed aside and try to meet Chester A. Arthur and get pushed aside. He found out that Garfield was nominated and he's like, who the hell is Garfield? So, and he's like, I don't know who Garfield is, but I kind of want to meet this guy and, fake my way to the top like I tried to with the other guys. Guiteau's kind of fallen out of favor with his family a little bit. There was kind of an incident where he accidentally, he didn't do it on purpose, but he was startled from behind and kind of swung his axe toward his sister, and his sister is like, I think we found this place for you. It'll be great, and you'll be able to get yourself back and return to your newspaper when you're well. But, Guiteau's not into that. He just kind of runs away, and I think he kind of robbed the place in the process. And on his way, he greets Garfield and saying, I'm going to help you do great things. And Garfield's like, I expect great things from you as well, which Guiteau takes way too literally, I think. I think that's going to set the tone for their relationship going forward, because Guiteau is like, that comment made him think things. And, we see later that he's on the train and saying, I'm in politics now. He's expecting things from Mr. Garfield. So it kind of looks like he's joining the campaign of Garfield and being a supporter of Garfield, and that's where episode 1 ends, with the nomination that Garfield was not expecting at all. I was kind of wondering if we'd see a speech from him after he was nominated. We didn't really get that, but he didn't even really crack a smile. I guess he kind of accepted it when he greeted Guiteau, like okay, I'm the candidate now. What next? So that is where we are. I imagine episode 2 will deal with the election, because obviously that's the next logical step. I did see that even as the nominee for president, Garfield didn't abandon his run for re-election to Congress, and he did win that. Before he won the presidency. Obviously, when he became president, he had to step down from Congress. But Congress is what he wanted to do and where he wanted to stay, at least at that time. So we'll see how it affects things, and we'll see how it affects his attitude going forward, I'm sure. But this is very interesting. It was more interesting than I even thought. Sometimes I get into period pieces, things that take place over 100 years ago, and sometimes it's hard to get into, but they made this very interesting. Even if you're not a political person, even if you're not a historical person, they make this interesting. They make it easy to understand what's happening, and I did enjoy that first episode very much, and I'm looking forward to more. And like I said, I expect episode 2 to deal with the election and stuff like that. So obviously, James Garfield didn't have a very long presidency because of what Guiteau eventually did. So I guess you don't really need a long miniseries to encompass everything that happened for the rest of James Garfield's life. So I am looking forward to episode 2 very much, but that will wait till next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my reaction to episode 1 of Death by Lightning. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel, JordangeVision Sports. And once again, this is Jordan saying you can be productive sitting at home on your couch. All you need is a TV, a great catalog, and a vision. This has been JordangeVision. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time for episode 2 of Death by Lightning. Take care.